What's up, YouTube? So the Miami Dolphins are reportedly hiring Jeff Hafley to be their head coach. It kind of seemed like that was the direction it was headed for a while. It seems like that is probably the guy they had their mindset on pretty early, especially once they did hire John Eric Sullivan. I think this is just more of a case of John Eric Sullivan just hiring someone he worked with in Green Bay. I don't like this hire. I think there were a lot of candidates that were better available. Um, so he's only ever been a head coach at one point during his career, and that was in 2020 to 2023 for Boston College. And he had a losing record. His only years he's ever been a head coach at any level, he had a losing record. He was 22 and 26, and that includes postseason. He had one postseason game he did win. So that is definitely discouraging for sure. He spent the last 2 years with the Green Bay Packers as their defensive coordinator. His first year in Green Bay, they were the 17th ranked defense in terms of total points. 2025, they were the fifth best defense in terms of total points. So there was a significant improvement. So that is nice to see. As far as scheme goes, he is a very 4-3 focused team. We've seen that at Green Bay and in Boston College. Before Hafley got hired for the Packers, they were more of a 3-4 style defense, but once he got there, he moved them to a 4-3. As far as whether we're going to do more man or more zone, that's going to be a little bit complicated because in Green Bay, he definitely did a lot of zone. They really emphasize a lot of zone coverage. They will mix in some 5-man blitzes. And they'll kind of move people around a little bit, especially the DBs and stuff like that. But it is a very zone-heavy defense. But it was the opposite at Boston College. They were more of a man coverage team in Boston College. So we'll see. If I had to guess, they'll probably do more of a zone look. But we'll see. That kind of seems to be where most of the NFL is kind of headed right now anyway, is more zone coverage. So I guess we'll see there. But either way, definitely, if I had to bet, it would be a 4-3 style defense. I mean, I don't like the hire, but I am kind of glad that we have it over with. We have our GM, we have our head coach. So now we can actually start more effectively looking at like free agents and draft prospects, because now we kind of have a better idea of players we might like. Now that we know what kind of defensive scheme we're going to be hopefully looking at, like I said, it probably will be more of a 4-3. If I had to guess, it probably will be more of a zone-focused defense, but we'll see. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, I would appreciate hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.